Hi everybody, I just wanted to do a quick post today about my do's and don'ts of trying to conceive. So here it goes. Let's start off with the do's. Okay, so do number 1, talk to your spouse about how you're feeling and don't keep it all bundled up inside for months and let it explode in a fountain of waterfall and mess on the floor. Please talk to them. Let them know how you're feeling. They understand. They're not going to judge you or think you're stupid because more than likely they're upset too and they need somebody to listen to them or just to talk about it in general. And boys don't generally come up to you and be like, I'm so sad. So come to them, talk to them, and it'll make the situation better and they won't have to peel you up off the floor in an uncontrollable sobbing mess of life like I was. So that's tip number 1. Do number 2 is to surround yourself with things and activities that you enjoy and that make you happy. For me, I really enjoy going out and making crafts, doing artistic things. I like to go out on dates with my husband and just, do normal everyday kind of things that just get your mind off of it and generally just give you joy. Whatever it is that you like to do it. Number 3, which this one's pretty awesome because it has 2 bonuses to it, and that is working out. First bonus of it is that it's good for you and good for you when you're preggers. And good thing number 2 is that, it's really good for getting frustrations out. I personally feel awesome after I spend a little bit of a time punching the floor, getting all my madness out and, feeling like I'm actually doing something, physical against infertility and all the garbage that I'm feeling, kind of punch out all my pain. But yeah, working out's awesome. Do number 4, and I think this is probably biggest game changer for me and my husband, and that's been praying and reading our Bibles together. Basically, whenever we pray, it's just kind of like venting out to God how we feel and all the things we're going through. And, we feel really encouraged afterwards because of all the things He said and all the things that He has in the Bible about infertility. It's kind of ridiculous, all the scriptures that there are promising us children and stuff. So after a really hard day, it really is awesome to come to God with all of our issues. Then number 5 is, this one's awesome. Get out of the house. Just get out of your house. Leave your house and all of your sadness and all of your frustration and all of your angst about wanting a baby and trying to have a baby. Just leave it all behind and do what I do and call it a baby vacation day. Just have some time where you just can sit and quiet and think and relax. I personally think that going for a swim, a hike, doing something stupid or silly like playing in an arcade, playing laser tag, doing something fun like that. I don't know, balloon fight. Do something that you normally wouldn't do or just that is a little bit exciting to your emotions and your feelings that's not going to make you think at all about babies or trying to have a baby. Okay, so that's it for the do's. Let's go to the don'ts. Okay, first don't, and this is pretty big for me, and that is do not get on Facebook when you're having a bad day. I think that Facebook is the pit of all evil when it comes to having a baby or trying to have a baby, because there's always like one girl, it seems, whenever you're having the worst day, that pops on and is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm pregnant, so annoying, I don't want to have a baby, or posting about whatever, they're annoyed with their pregnancy symptoms or their child is annoying, or you know the drill. Facebook is all about people posting about their lives, and most people complain on Facebook. So in order to save yourself some stress and some time of you crying because you're frustrated at them being ungrateful for what they have, just stay off Facebook. It'll save you a lot of emotion. Don't number 2 is don't bottle up your emotions when you need to cry. If you need to cry, cry. Fine, enough said. 3 is don't share your heart with people, you know, who aren't going to understand or be empathetic when you vent to them, or you know, you just want to tell them how you feel, because they're gonna give you a response like you don't want to hear stuff. I mean, it's not going to be uplifting. It's not going to be something that makes you feel good about yourself. It's usually going to make you feel worse. So try to stick around people, you know, like your spouse, you know, God, people on here like me or whatever, somebody who's going to be able to understand what you're going through and be able to empathize and say, I understand, it really sucks. So stick with that. Also, number 4, this is huge. Don't test. Don't use HPT tests more than you have to. Unless you're a week late, this is my rule, don't test. Because you're going to end up getting a bunch of negative results, you know, if you test too early. And then if you get positive, you just cried for no good reason. So save yourself a whole bunch of heartache and a whole bunch of mess on your face. Just don't test before you absolutely entirely have to, and save yourself some money. So 2 good things. And then the last one that I think is probably most important, do and don't, I could ever tell you, is to not blame yourself. I think that I spent so much time in the beginning, and sometimes I still do, and it's inevitable. It's a really hard thing to go through, but you just feel guilty. You feel like it's your fault. You feel like you're no good. You know, you're not a good wife. You know, you're not complete. I mean, you just feel broken. And those things are things you shouldn't feel, because you aren't broken. You aren't incomplete. You know, you are so many wonderful things, and your spouse thinks these things of you. And so many other people think the same things. And, you know, on top of all that, it's like, you may not be pregnant now, or you may not have that baby now, but you are going to have that baby. You are going to hold him someday, or her, and you're going to look at that baby and you're going to appreciate that baby, because you know what it's like to long for one. You know what it's like to want a baby, to completely and entirely just be consumed with the thought of being a mother or being a father. So just remember that it isn't your fault, and you aren't the one to blame. And just think of all the wonderful things that will come when you do get to hold that little baby in your arms. So those are my do's and don'ts. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope that they helped you and maybe saved you a whole bunch of tears from having to be shed from your face. So thanks, and have a great day.